Hello, I'm Damon Bailey from IELTS Whiz. In this video, we're going to look at the 3 different sections that make up the IELTS reading test. We're going to look at how much you will read, the content of the reading passages, timing, and also how scoring works for the IELTS reading test.
Let's have a look at the IELTS reading test format. During the IELTS reading test, you will be given 3 different passages to read, and you will have to respond to questions about these passages. You can expect to read between 2,150 and 2,750 words in total during your test. The content for the reading test is different for IELTS Academic and IELTS General Training tests. The purpose of the IELTS reading test is to assess a variety of different reading skills, including how well you read for the general sense of a passage, how well you read for the main ideas in a passage, how well you read for specific details, how well you understand inferences and implied meanings, and how well you recognize a writer's opinions, attitudes, and purpose, and also how you follow the development of an argument. The IELTS reading test takes 60 minutes. You're not allowed any extra time to transfer your answers, so you need to write them directly onto your answer sheet as you read. You will need to read quickly during the test, and also manage your time during the test, as it is up to you to decide when to start or finish reading each section. The IELTS Academic Reading Test has 3 sections, and each of these contains one long text. The texts in the reading test have been taken from books, journals, magazines, and newspapers. The texts are on academic topics of general interest and are written so they can be followed by a reader who is a non-specialist in this topic. Some of the texts may be accompanied by graphs, illustrations, or diagrams. It is expected that you show your understanding of this additional material. If the reading passage contains technical terms, then a simple glossary will be provided to explain these technical terms. The IELTS General Training Reading Test has 3 sections. The texts you will read have been taken from a variety of sources, including notices, advertisements, company handbooks, official documents, books, magazines, and newspapers. Section 1 of the General Training Reading Test contains 2 or 3 short factual texts, one of which may be made up of 6 to 8 short texts related by topic. For example, a hotel advertisement. The topics of the texts relate to everyday life situations that may be encountered in English-speaking countries. Section 2 contains 2 short factual texts focusing on work-related issues. These texts could be about topics such as applying for a job, company policies, pay and conditions, workplace facilities, or staff development and training. Section 3 contains 1 longer, more complex text. This text will be on a topic of general interest. There are 40 questions in the IELTS reading test. During the test, you need to make sure you read and follow all instructions carefully. You will also need to make sure you keep track of time, so you read all of the sections and answer all the corresponding questions within the time allowed. Something you need to remember is to write your answers directly onto your answer sheet, as no extra time is given to do this at the end of the test. During the reading test, a variety of question types may be used. You could be asked to do any of the following: fill in gaps in a passage of written text or in a table, match headings to written text to diagrams or charts, complete sentences, give short answers to open questions, or answer multiple choice questions. Sometimes you will need to give 1 word as your answer, sometimes a short phrase, and sometimes simply a letter, number, or symbol, so be sure to read and follow the instructions carefully. Each correct answer receives 1 mark. Scores for the reading test are out of 40, and then they are converted to the IELTS 9-band scale. Scores are reported in whole and half bands. So, if you get 39 or 40 questions correct, it's band 9. If you get 37 or 38 questions correct, it's band 8.5. If you get 35 or 36 questions correct, that's band 8. And then it keeps going down, further down the IELTS band scale. That's an overview of the IELTS reading test. I hope you found this information useful, and if you do need any more information, please check out our website, IELTSWhiz.com. I look forward to seeing you in upcoming videos.